Hey class, I just wanted to show you, I've had a couple questions on how to actually submit or find out the project grading. So for you guys who are trying to find out, oh, I got a 50% or I got a 70%, I thought I did it right. This should help you go in and find exactly what you need to do to fix your issues. Once you log into your Pearson account, you'll be able to go and find your assignment that you've submitted for maybe right now you've probably only submitted the first grader project. If you click on course material, just like you were going to go in and actually access the assignment and click on module 1 chapter 1, click on your assignments folder, and then you find all of your assignments you've submitted. It tells you the exact time, how many attempts you've had, when you've submitted it, and your score that you've received. If it's not 100%, I would suggest clicking this little drop down arrow, clicking view submission, and on the left side you'll see all your submissions. If you click on it, you'll be able to see 4 things that are really going to help you get 100% on each assignment. The first thing is your submitted file that it actually graded. The second thing is just a summary report to explain what you got and what you didn't get. The third thing, which is the biggest help, which is the marked up report. I'll show you how to use that because that's the one I would suggest you using. And then you can download the submissions with the comments attached to it. Like I said, this third one is the best one because it'll tell you exactly what you need to do to get the points back. So if you clicked on marked up report, you should have a pop-up window that shows up, and you'll have check marks and you'll have red X's. If you see a red X, for example, maybe down in the other checks, you'll see a check mark with a red X next to it. You click on the red X and it will go through and explain what you might have missed. So if you scroll down a little bit, you might see that maybe in the 14th question, the sheet name was inserted to the right of the section footer. Let's see if there's one that's pretty simple that you might have missed. Okay, this one's a pretty simple one, changing the orientation from to landscape. If it was in portrait view, if you just forgot to do it and you skip that question, you'll see a red X on this left side, and you'll see on the right side that it's going to be a 0 out of 3. And it says in the sheet session 2, the page orientation wasn't set to landscape. So you would go back in, download your file, and just change it to landscape, save it, and then resubmit it, and that should fix that 13th question. And so you can go through and see all of these, exactly what you've missed, and it'll tell you what to do. So if your column A, the column width wasn't set to 25, you know that you'd have to go back in and change it to 25. Like I said, though, the biggest thing is to find the little red X's everywhere, and there might be a red X, then a check mark, then another red X, a check mark. The program, what it does is it actually goes and just checks random cells just to see if it's correct all the way down a column instead of checking every single one, just for efficiency purposes. So if there is a red X in this non-member area, you would click it, and it would just say that there was something wrong with that question, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to do. The accounting style wasn't applied to this column, and so you'd have to go in and check or make sure that all of the column was set to accounting format. Same thing with the total fees collected. You can go in here and it'll say, oh look, your formula was not set to this formula, and it'll be a 0 out of 8. And that's kind of a funny question because you'll notice that they have little comfort parentheses around this F9 and D9, and then G9 and E9. So it's kind of interesting that they check it to make sure that you have comfort parentheses in. But if you missed it, you'll know exactly why you missed it. It should have counted it without the comfort parentheses, but if not, and if it said you got 0 out of 8, and you have this formula without the parentheses, I would suggest just going in and fixing it to look exactly like that, because that's what it's actually checking it against. So you would just go in, copy and paste that into the cell if you want, and then copy it down, and that should give you your points back. So I hope that helps you go in and actually find the assignment, find what you've missed on the assignment to be able to fix it and resubmit it. So I can close that window down after I've fixed everything, or if I know something I need to fix, I can click my submitted file here. It'll have a zipped folder that you can upload. You can click Exploring, Greater Project 1 that you've submitted. And after it loads, you can actually go in and just fix the things. Like I said, you might have had one that you needed to just fix from portrait to landscape. So you change your orientation and switch it to landscape, and you got the points. As long as you save it and then submit this file. So what I would suggest, once you've fixed everything, press the Save As, put it on your desktop, because when you download it, it goes in your Downloads folder, and you fix the name so that you know exactly what it is, and just save it on your desktop for now, then resubmit it.